It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I want you to take a look at a particular movie poster today, if you can. We'll bring it up on screen in just a moment. Barbie and Ken are here as we've never seen them before, or maybe as we have. We'll see right now. Barbie has had far-reaching influences in culture over the decades, from looks, fashion, obviously, and of course, video games, because we want to be these characters. Now, Grant is going to join us and bring us some of Barbie's best video games of all time. And Jess, we have discovered, is a super fan, as much as she denies it vehemently. We are very excited about the notion of seeing these characters come to life with two really phenomenal actors doing that. So that's very exciting. But this is not the first time we've seen Barbie come to life. Walk us through the various games. I don't believe that there were as many games, but I suppose it stands to reason. If we've got this love affair with Barbie, we need to be able to play in her world. So walk us through the games where we've seen this figure emerge.
Well, the first one for me was the Wild Horse Rescue, and this was
Wild Horse
It was iconic for me because I love Barbie and horses, and this was all in one game. So this, to me, was my... Grant says it wasn't a good game.
So, yes.
I disagree.
So, I have...
What aspect did you not enjoy?
So, one of the weird stories is that when I was still
Look
on...
at that.
It looks amazing.
When I was still on Hectic 99, this was one of the first games I
Basically
reviewed.
Red Dead.
Basically Red Dead Redemption. Not at all. But it was so mind-numbing because it's for kids. So you just move to point A to point B. And I just remember, so it's a fun fact. I did this on Hectic 99 like 10 years ago as one of my first game reviews. And I was like, everyone's like, man, you have the best job. You get to play games all the time. And it's like,
well...
Barbie's wild.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, where would gaming be without that marker drawn in the sand, okay? So that might have not been your cup of tea, trotting around on the horse, doing very little else by the looks of it.
But there are tons of other games, and these are some of the highest reviewed ones. The other one is Barbie as the Island Princess.
Okay.
Which is it's a game where you feature Barbie and you play it like it's as an island princess. Because remember, Barbie can take on different personas.
Yeah.
And here we go, you know, and...
and you've got a very helpful red panda with you.
Animals are always your friends, and they always help you in these games.
The dolphins,
You're
the
really
dolphins
beating the red panda. The red panda's not really contributing as much as
that could be the player too, but as the character, you got to find your way home. But it just goes to show the diversity that Barbie can be a lot of things to anybody.
You can overlay her in just about any environment or situation.
And usually there's games, and then there's also movies of the same titles. They didn't come out at the same time, but you know,
just to confuse us further.
There's a 12 Dancing Princesses game, and then there's also a film, and you know.
Yeah. So let's talk about the 12 Dancing Princesses game. This is the next Barbie title.
I can feel your brain melting in your head as you talk to me now.
They're great games.
They're great games, you know, and it's one of the things that when we don't necessarily get to play the games that we want to play all the time or review the films that we want to review all the time. I think it's going to be a fantastic film.
Oh, I think it's going to be phenomenal.
But the games I've always struggled with.
Games are amazing.
You know, because like Gears of War would come out at the same time, and then I have like Barbie to review. I'd be like, why? Oh, damn. But yeah, anyway, it's an adventure game, which is really cool. There are not many Barbie adventure games, so it was a great one. And obviously set in that fantasy setting.
Kind of fairy tale vibe.
Fairy tale vibe. But one of my, it was on PlayStation 1, but one of my favorite parts is, look at these characters.
Oh, you can tell, yeah.
Can we get an up sound? Because it was so funny. The dialogue is so forced that it's so funny. But yeah. Yeah, there we go. It's very old school and.
Oh, we've got to wait for it to load. Wait, so it's going to be. We'll come back at the end of the show. We'll talk about it. Get your cartridge. You have the cartridge. We know it. Wow, that's intense. Okay, so let's round it off with Dream House Party.
Yeah, so this was a mini game title. Where you played with a bunch of mini games. That, to me, is like the perfect use case of Barbie.
It's like Mario mini games, but
yeah, with Barbie doing cool little Barbie things. I would imagine there must be tons of Barbie-esque apps now. Looking at how every kind of property like this, I'm sure people are going to latch onto this because it's a great way to engage with kids. It's not just about kind of showing them entertainment, but there's an engagement level, i.e., you can dress, you can style, you can, you know, there's so many
Everyone wanted to live in this house. Everyone wanted to live in this.
It looks a little sterile to me. I don't know. It looks a bit more, a bit less of something, I think we all know, but maybe a bit more green, a bit, ooh.
So this was on Nintendo Wii. So you got the Wii nunchucks that you
Yeah.
could do the motion control. And obviously the party game, mini game vibe was important. So you could have your friends over, you could play as the different characters, Teresa, Nikki,
Fight over who's going to be Barbie.
Barbie.
Yeah.
Of course. Oh, I wonder if any friendships have ended because of that.
Babe?
I'd love to hear from you. No, we are loving the fact that we get this opportunity to look back at pop culture through this particular lens. It's amazing to me. And yet again, we are asking you, please, to show us your Barbie collection. Don't be shy. This is a safe place. This is where you can let it breathe. So if you have an amazing Barbie and Ken collection, maybe you've got the dream house still. Please show us. 0634088863. We're going, yes, a little Barbie and Ken crazy today.